Hey everyone, this is Katie. I wanted to do a quick video on what we were doing for my 5th grade daughter for our homeschooling year, which starts tomorrow. I'm very excited about this upcoming year. I've done a lot of planning and preparation and a lot of printing, oh my goodness. So I wanted to kind of share with you guys what we're doing for her, and then hopefully I'll get to another video on what I'm going to be doing for my 9th grader as well. So some of you might know that we use Gather Round as our spine. Let me go ahead and show you what we're starting the year off with. We're starting the year off with ancient civilizations, sorry, and working our way through ancient history this year. And so our theme for my 9th grader, who's, I basically am basing any younger children's schooling off of what my 9th grader is doing, so we can be on her schedule, on her rotation, and we all join along with her type of a thing. So my daughter, my 9th grader, is going to be starting out this year learning about ancient Rome and ancient Greece with Truth Quest history curriculum. Really excited to try that one. So because of that, because that's where she's going to be in history, I felt like this year for my 5th grader, we should be focusing on ancient civilizations as well as for my 9th grader. So that's why we're starting this school year off with this particular unit. My 9th grader is also doing biology. So for the other Gather Round units I've chosen to do things like botany and creepy crawlies. I'll show you that one. Creepy crawlies. Farming and food. We're also going to be using Campfire Curriculums and their unit studies, and how we're going to use those is, so we use Gather Round and our main independent studies 4 days a week. So Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, we're going to be using our Gather Round. And we're going to be using our Campfire Curriculums every Wednesday. So we're just going to go through that. It's a great way to do these different exciting units with family members. So we can join along with my mother, who enjoys doing like beekeeping and gardening and such. And so we can do it with her, make some memories with her and do different crafts. We just finished up doing a beekeeping unit with Campfire Curriculums. It was a lot of fun. We made beeswax candles, and I purchased a little solitary beehive, which is really cute, like a little home that they can like use as like a hotel for like wild solitary bees, not for like honeybees or anything like that. So hopefully next year, because I don't think it's the season for nesting or creating baby bees. I don't think it's time for that. So next year, hopefully we'll see some activity with that. But anyway, that was a lot of fun. So we're going to incorporate that throughout the year. September 1st, Campfire Curriculums is coming out with a veterinary unit. So check that out. It's like, I think it's called like In the Eyes or Through the Eyes of a Veterinarian. So I'm going to be getting that on September 1st. Our school year would have already started by then, but I'm going to buy it and we're going to start the following Wednesday. So that's something you do have to print. So be mindful of that. So I have lots of ink and lots of paper. Thank God for my Epson printer. I'm just going to say that. So my goal this year, or the summer I should say, is not only healing from surgery that I went through, but also to prepare for our coming year. And what I normally would do is do a Gather Round unit, then have a week off to prepare for the next one. So during that week off, I'd be printing the next unit to then use on that following Monday. But I chose to do something different this year, just to see what would work best for my family. I chose to not have that week off at all. So instead, I've done like as much printing as I possibly can over the summertime. So I've worked really hard to get all these different things out there. But again, okay, so the units I chose were basically ones that could be correlated with ancient, history of some kind or biology. So we also have the human body unit. If I pull over here to the side, it's because I'm grabbing these units to show you. So here's her student book, Human Body. So it's going to be a lot of fun and a lot of work, but I'm hoping it'll be educational and fun too. We're hoping to add in a variety of different projects, like creating their own sculptures, of like basing it off of, let's say, like Michelangelo or any of the others. It's just gonna be a lot of fun. Maybe they can recreate their own, Egyptian pyramid or Roman, temple or whatever they're called. I have a lot to learn too this year, see? Yeah, so I'm excited about that. Go ahead and check out Gather Round, lots of fun, and Campfire Curriculums. Oh my, I'm just so excited at this feast that I'm gonna have before my children this year, and myself. I hope to learn a lot as well. So also one thing we are including this year that we did not in the previous years is we are going to be having a reader that correlates from whatever unit study we're doing with Gather Round, at least trying to, and using that as their reader for this year. So this year, for the first study, we're going to be doing our ancient civilizations. I'm going to have my 5th grader read this highly used and abused copy of The Lightning Thief. So she's not really looking forward to that, but we're going to give it a try and see if we can expand her reading even more so than last year. All right, and what else? We're still going to be doing McG, or McGuffey as my kids like to call them, but it's McGuffey Readers, and this is the Christian eclectic readers in particular. That's the ones that we currently use. For my 9th grader, she's using the original, like the revised version, and she's in book 5. And there's a book 5 and a book 6. Book 6 is supposedly like college level reading. Book 5 is great for high school. My goal is to have my eldest daughter do 2 lessons a week, so she can have the first 2 years of high school doing book 5, and then the last 2 years of high school, if she's not like taking courses that cover language arts from a community college, she can do book 6 that way. All right, so yeah, she's going to be using this and using a regular notebook to do her different assignments, like defining words, creating her own sentences, copy work, that kind of a thing. So that's what my 5th grader is going to be doing this year, that. And for Bible, we're going to be using Not Consumed. This is the Fruit of the Tongue unit that I printed out for her. This is her Bible curriculum for this year. So I'm hoping that something like this paired with Gather Round, which does have some Bible in it, will be enough Bible for her this year. And we're really working on our words in our family this year. So making sure that we're very careful with what we say, and that we don't say anything hurtful, and that we don't say things that we don't mean, type of a thing. So just be mindful of that. That's something that we're working on. So hopefully that'll be great, because her and her younger sister, they just argue like a lot, and it's like, no, I gotta put a stop to this if I possibly can, because this is driving me mad. All right, so we also have for language arts. So in addition to the language arts that Gather Round already has in it, as well as the McGuffey Readers, we're going to be using Fix-It Grammar. I've never used this before. This is the first unit. This is the nose tree. Last year we had used Gentle Grammar, which you can find on YouTube under Sherry Hayes's store, I believe it is. So yeah, we completed that last year. I wanted to try something a little different this year for my daughter, because I want to see improvement even more so this year with her writing and her spelling. And I think this would be a great way to do that. So we're gonna give that a try and see how it goes. And supposedly each lesson in this will only take like 15 minutes a day. So it's still something that might be very doable for our homeschool day. I don't want to do too much and have it just completely bog us down and cause us to get burnout. So I'm trying to find a good compromise here. So this is what we're going to go with for that. And I also switched up math this year. So we originally went with her with Christian Light. So Christian Light is a spiral method. It's very thorough, and it did take a while for her to complete. And I saw a lot of improvement with her once we transitioned her from public school to Christian Light in both her reading and spelling and math. But I think that for her specifically, she was just getting bogged down by too much going on all at once. Being introduced or being reintroduced. It was just too much for her brain to process, and to have so much to do in each of those sections each and every day. it just was too much for her. Otherwise, I love the program. I love Christian Light personally. And then so last year we went with Master Books, which is a mastery approach. It does have built-in review. I do love the review pages in the back of the book. I really do think those are exceptional. So make use of those, maybe make some copies of those, and plan your own time and when you can incorporate those. That program isn't bad. There's some things that program that I did not like. I mean, I can see the purpose of them, but like for me as a homeschool mom with other children to teach, it was short lessons, so that worked, but then like more the hands-on activities did not really work. So I wanted to see what else was out there. I didn't want to just be like, okay, do we have to go back to Christian Light? Do we have to do this? Do we have to do that? I did research and I came across another option that I think might be the best of both worlds. So that is Simply Good and Beautiful's new revamped grade 5. So they had a different curriculum that they had. Well, I guess it's mainly the same, but they made some changes to it. So now it's like Simply Good and Beautiful Math 5. And it's got beautiful pages, beautiful art in here. The lessons should not take forever in a year, and it includes videos. And you can actually access this course for free if you don't mind it being online and digital on their website. So go check that out. It's really good. Look at their reviews, look at their samples that they have on their website itself. Really good. It looks really good. It covers all the different things I feel like my daughter needs to cover and have more familiarity with it. So that's another reason why I went with this. But the videos themselves, like, I think that's gonna be a huge deal, because it takes a lot of pressure off of me for having to, like figure out how am I going to teach this to my daughter. Or I'm definitely not a math expert here. Like, I am not. So for me, it wasn't something I really felt comfortable teaching to my daughter. So the videos themselves really helps a lot, because I can watch along with her if I want to be more of a part of this experience with her. Or, she's in grade 5. Let's teach her independence now. She can do a lot of these things on her own, right? And that's something I'm really trying to teach my 5th grader, is to be more independent and not rely on me for like everything, trying to get her to still read the directions, not just assume she knows what to do and then just hop into it and then make mistakes, So this is going to be really exciting. It comes with its own answer key and a map mysteries. So they have different map drills or different, I want to say math facts that might be built in. I don't know. I had to look at this again before we start tomorrow. It's been a little while. Mental math, that's what I want to say. It has mental math built in here, so it can be more like solidly built on to help their future math computing stuff go by a lot quicker. I'm not one for words. I'm not very articulate today, so I apologize. But anyway, we're excited about this. And out of all the curriculum that we're doing, my daughter is the most excited about this. I mean, this is a math curriculum. And she chose this. She chose this curriculum. I let my children take part in some of the decisions, because I feel like if they're a part of the process of selecting their curriculum, then they will take more of an interest in it and be more mindful and put forth more effort into it. That's just kind of like my philosophy on that. But of course, as parents, we at the end of the day need to also be willing to make the decisions that are best for our children as well. So yeah. All right, did I discuss everything? I don't even know if I discussed everything. I think I did. So gather round. Simply Good and Beautiful's math. McG, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Oh, and Not Consumed, the Bible, yeah. So that's a lot of reading that we have planned. There's language arts, there's math, there's science, there's history. Just the history and science from Gather Round, I'm hoping it's going to be enough for my daughter. I believe it will be. I'm just having faith that it will be, because I am supplementing in like the language arts, in the reading a little bit, just to kind of have fun with it and build up on it and meet my daughter's particular needs that she has. So that's the end of this video. I hope it was helpful. Homeschool's never never easy. Like, the planning bit is the fun bit, right? It's the actual teaching that is like, it can be, at least it can be kind of like numbing each and every day to do it, and to hope to also see growth and to know how to handle situations and help teach your children the ways they need to. Make it fun if you can. That's my best advice. Make it fun. Add in different projects, artwork. I mean, that's kind of what makes the days be fun, and for our children to get through the more mundane aspects of their daily lessons, if you will, by giving that time to do some fun projects as well. Hope this has helped you guys. Have a blessed day.